Hi everyone, Eric Rosenberg here from Personal Profitability. You can find me at eric.money or ericrosenberg.com to connect with me around the web. And I wanted to try something new today. I've been into all of these interesting series and posts from people around the web sharing different perspectives on other people's scenarios. I'm into true crime and things like that. And I thought, well, my expertise is personal finance and money, so I wanted to throw my hat in the ring and try to share some perspectives on people's questions about different personal finance topics. You can find these on YouTube. Maybe they'll turn into a podcast at some point later on. Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to let me know you're into this. You can also drop questions and comments below, and I'll try to respond to everybody. So today I want to start with a post from Reddit. That's where I'm going to find most of the questions for this series. This is a post that came out just today as I'm recording from the Middle Class Finance subreddit. The poster is someone named Mom is a Badass, which is a great Reddit name. So I'm going to read her post and we'll review some of the other people's answers, and I'm going to give my own 2 cents on what I think this mom should do. So here we go. The post title is Investing Newbie Starting Late in Life. Where do I start? I'm a 44-year-old single mom who spent most of my life pretty poor until I finally started a career pretty late in the game about 6 years ago. I make decent-ish money, but have never invested and don't know where or if to start. Currently, I have the following. I have a little that goes every paycheck into a HYSA, that's a high yield savings account. I've got money building in my 401k. That actually is an investment, so not sure if you knew that, single mom, but that is an investment account. I've got some student and personal loans totaling about $11,000. I've got $275,000 left on a mortgage at 4.5%. $0 in credit card debt. Good job there. I feel like it would be a good idea to take some money from my next tax return, I think she means tax refund there, and start investing, but I have no idea how or where to start doing that. How much money would I need to start? Does investing even make sense for me? Or should I pay off my student and personal loans first? Any advice for an investing newbie would be greatly appreciated. All right, Mom is a Badass. So here are my 2 cents based on what you've said there. So first off, it seems like you have a good head on your shoulders. You've made pretty good financial decisions so far. Having no credit card debt is excellent. You have a decent interest rate on the mortgage with $275,000 left. I don't know what your home cost, but that is something that a lot of people could tackle over 10 or 20 years for sure. You have some student and personal loans. So the thing I'm most concerned about is those personal loans, actually. You didn't talk about the interest rates on those, but the personal loan, I'm going to assume, has a high interest rate. Money going into your 401k, I'm assuming that's an automatic deduction from your paycheck every payday, and a little going into a high yield savings account. That's a good place to put an emergency fund or something like that. So overall, doing pretty well. Here's what I would do. So I would, if you want to start by looking at that tax refund, I would probably focus the biggest chunk of it into those personal loans, assuming those have a high interest rate. You just want to get rid of those. Paying high interest on credit cards and personal loans is pretty much never worth it. So if you can get rid of those, that would be excellent. Then I would start looking at first how much you're putting into that high yield savings account. Make sure you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. That's ideal for an emergency fund. Once you hit that, that's where I would start funneling extra into my investments. You also mentioned you have the 401k. Make sure that is invested well. I like low-fee, broad market funds like an S&P 500 fund or even a target date fund. I know those are a little controversial, but they're easy and they do the job pretty well. So I would consider something like that. Now, once you've met all of those minimum requirements, I would start thinking about where you should invest next, because that is a great place. Being a 44-year-old, you're definitely not too late. You're not that much older than me, so I'm definitely investing. Well, I've been doing it a long time. It's never too late to start. So I would first think about an IRA, like a Roth IRA. As you get older, a traditional IRA might become more beneficial, but if at your age, a Roth IRA is still probably a pretty good idea. So a Roth IRA allows you to invest after taxes, so you don't have any tax savings the year of your contribution, but all capital gains and qualified withdrawals in the future are tax-free. So if the stock market keeps going up and your funds are in there, once you reach retirement age, you can take your cash out without paying any extra taxes, which is a big benefit. Once you hit the maximum you can put into your Roth IRA every year, which that depends on how much you earn, and the IRS changes that limit every year, then you could start thinking about a taxable investment account. A taxable investment account is just a regular old investment account at your favorite brokerage. Speaking of brokerages, you have a lot of options there. I'd look at some of the big discount brokerages online. Ones where I have accounts are Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and SoFi, but there's plenty of others to consider too. So that's how I would handle it. I would put anything you can into getting those personal loans paid off. Depending on the student loans, try to knock those out. $11,000 might feel like a lot right now, but it says right here you make decent-ish money, so hopefully you can just knock those out, and rather than putting money into your loans every month, you can just put it right into your investment account, maxing out that Roth IRA, maybe increase your contribution in your 401k. That's usually a pre-tax account, which means it'll lower your taxes the year of your contribution. Capital gains are not really taxed, but when you withdraw in the future, that's treated as regular income for tax purposes. And ideally, in the future, when you're retired, you will be able to withdraw at a lower tax rate because you're not in your income earning years anymore. So your account there is your primary income. So that's my 2 cents. Now let's look at some comments here and see if I think they're right or wrong. So the first comment is, what is the personal loan's interest rate? If it's high, I'd attack that relentlessly before investing too heavily. After that, I'd invest in a Roth IRA every year. Well, there you go. I agree with that one. We already talked about that. Another comment, it says, the first step is to budget. Your income minus your monthly expenses must be a positive number, and a decently sized one if you want to make any real progress towards goals like debt-free or retirement. So I actually totally agree with that. Everyone should have a budget. I'm currently using the app Lunch Money to track my budget. There's a lot of other good ones like YNAB and Monarch. So yeah, definitely you want to track your budget. You have to know where your money is going. One of the best personal finance tips I ever heard was make sure you spend less than you earn, save and invest the rest. So definitely do that. Another question says, are you maxing out your 401k or at least the company match? That's another good point. You should definitely take full 100% advantage of a company match for a retirement account. That's like earning free money. So if your company will match 100% of 3% of your paycheck, for example, that's like a 3% raise for paying future you. Definitely want to do that. Maxing out your 401k, that gets a little trickier because the limits are pretty high. So depending on your income, I'd probably focus more on the Roth IRA and then come back to the 401k if you're looking for additional tax-advantaged savings and investments. But because you can't withdraw until retirement without taxes and penalties, I wouldn't over-focus there. But if you have the ability, I definitely would. So that is all I have for today for this very first posting on this new topic. Hopefully this will turn into something really cool. Maybe I'll have a playlist. I plan to start with maybe 5 to 10 videos like this, and we'll see how they do. If they do well, I'll keep going. Again, hit like, subscribe, and comment to let me know if you're into this, and we will keep them going in the future. Thanks, everyone, and until next time, stay profitable.